Okay. My name is Aaron. I am AKA the Immovable Rod on social media, and today I'm playing an Azurite named Prosper Trelant. An Azurite is a priest of commerce and not particularly great at combat, but has lots of connections, has lots of stashes, and is always looking for more silver.
Hi, I'm Sunny, and you can find me at Sunnycut Art, SUNNYCUTT, and I'm playing Josette Lapin, the idol and lounge singer.
Hello, I'm Mark, also known as Zizazat online, and I am playing the Vermissian Sage, who is the closest thing to a wizard available, but much weirder, dealing with alternate realities and pocket dimensions and just insane stuff. So looking forward to playing Rolant Durant, the Vermissian Sage.
Hello, I'm Benny, or Autist DM on TikTok, and I'll be playing Scriv, which is the Inksmith. Basically, Scriv is personally a hapless nerd, but his magical powers of the Inksmith cause his life to be something like out of a Pulp Fiction novel, just random things that shouldn't happen keep saving him.
I am a life of law on all platforms, and I'm the voice of Spire for tonight and forever. We are missing one of our players tonight. The character is name is Aubin, and he is playing a Mortician executioner, which is basically the feds. So it's, thank you all for coming along for this journey. But we are going to be embarking upon this journey, prepared actual module from Spire, The City Must Fall, called Eidolon Sky. Spire itself is a game about rebellion, oppression, and just having the grit to keep on fighting. In the context of Spire, the oppressed are the drow, and the oppressors are the Alfir, or the high elves, and we are all within a miles high city of Spire, which is basically, the way I describe Spire is if you take New York and you put Chicago on top of it, and then you put Detroit on top of Chicago, and then you put LA on top of Detroit. Yeah, each level is the size of a big city. So thank you all for joining us, and we're just going to get into it. So all of our particular players have been initiated into the ministry. The ministry is one part rebellious cell, one part cult, and one part just rabble rousers. And they're all centered around the adoration of our Dark Lady. And so this is a particular aspect of the moon goddess that is worshipped by some drow, but it is illegal to worship this particular aspect of the goddess. So your characters have all just finished your or you're in the gardens. Now the gardens hang off the side of Spire in different particular rooms. And this is where the agricultural production of Spire takes place, right? So I find little notes here, right? So Spire is hungry, and the garden feeds it. Acres upon acres of land are given over to the production of food. The majority of it able to grow without access to natural light, such as algae, mushrooms, crustaceans, insects, grubs, and so on. The scant external space there is jealously guarded and given over to the production of fruit, which is the Alfear's prize, and they pay a top price for it. Throughout the twisting, multi-layered depths of the district, quiet resentment is brewing between two opposing groups. There are the traditionalist dark farmers of the Drow and the progressive retro engineers of the humans who have managed to manipulate mage light into producing heat and light enough to grow crops. Your group is meeting in a secluded corner of the gardens, a part that is known as the Hanging Gardens. This is where poor drow are brought after they die. And they are basically fed to the garden to provide the compost to grow all the food in Spire. Your immediate secluded corner, there's a stone circular table around which each of you stand. And in front of each of you, there is a small goblet of stone earthenware. And before you is a very tall and slender woman drow. She is adorned in black and red robes. Her skin is the deepest tone of night. And through some of the bioluminescence from some of that algae, it reflects off her skin. And her hair is very, very curly, and you can see that it would naturally flow down her face, but it's held up in a bun. And that bun itself is held by a silver clasp, which you can tell is stylized with webs. And so each of you also realize that this is a midwife, as the drow cannot reproduce in the way that normal mammals do. At a certain point, a female drow will give birth to an egg, and that particular egg is watched over by the midwives who will then bring that egg to gestation. And you also all, at a certain point, realize that you've seen this particular female drow before. And she introduces herself as, so you have all survived your trials. My name is Eidolon, and I'm a hat mistress for Collect COVID in Derelictus. That's not important. What is important is that I am your magister, and through me, you will hear the voice of Aubin. Aubin is the name of the dark goddess of the ministry. And she walks around very slowly, very, very poignant, and she says, please partake of the water that's been provided for you. She said, don't worry, this is not the tea that you drank before that was laced before your trials. This is clear water that has been stowed away and blessed by the moonlight itself. And you see that at one point she looks like she's talking to you while at the same time talking to herself. And she says, congratulations for all of y'all for surviving your trials. She says, you, Azurite, you worship Azur. She looks over, to the Mortician executioner and says, you worship Mirror, the god of death. She looks at the Inksmith and says, you work on pieces that you want to be the greatest thing. She looks to the Vermissian sage and says, Sage, we already know how many hours in and out that you spend within the Vermissian. She looks at the idol and just simply says, "An idol, I know that you want people to worship you. You may even worship yourself." And then you hear, it sounds like something water, like dripping, you know. And then she stops. And she says, "But here we serve Aubin. Your gods become second to the will of Aubin, and she dictates the work that is to be done." And she quietly walks a little more and she says, "The bond that you guys have here is important because this bond supersedes other bonds that you may have in life. Bonds to your mother, your father, your business, your siblings, your lover." And she slowly walks a little bit back, and you notice that behind her, kind of like a heavy curtain. And she kind of halfway turns this heavy curtain and she says, "And John, our service to Lamprey supersedes everything." And she slowly pulls back this curtain, and there's a drow who is pinned up with manacles against the wall. And she says, "5 of you survived the trials. There were 6 of you who entered the trial. John here." And she looks down and says, "We serve Lamblay, and there are those who want all of her secrets, and we cannot give them to her." And then she slowly turns to the figure that's hanging up, and in her right hand, in her sleeve, flicks like this, and a small razor comes out. And she says, "We hold the secrets of Lamblay, and that supersedes everything, even our baby brothers." And she kisses this male figure on the forehead and slits his throat.
Yeah.
And then she folds her razor back up and places it back within her sleeve. Says, "I adored my younger brother. But he did not serve Lamblay." And then she basically gets you guys close together and says that within a week's time, you have to get to the Perch. And once in the Perch, you guys will fully get your assignment. Perch is the part of Spire that hangs off the side of Spire, sort of in the middle of Spire, and it hangs off the side like a shanty town. You guys have been given particular individual assignments in order to make it to the Perch. It's no big thing for an Azurite to be hanging around the Perch. There's no big deal for the Sage to be hanging around the Perch. Also the Mortician Executioner. Through your bonds, Josette, you have set up a week-long engagement at particular clubs in the Perch. And then also Scriv has also set himself up to cover certain events. So within a week's time, you are all going to be in the Perch. And you all will be staying in particular Inns Row. But you will all be arriving at different times, and only once you have arrived can you then come together and have receive your mission assignment. In terms of the Perch itself, anywhere that you could particular envision would be in a city, there's a parallel within the Perch. The main thing though about the Perch is that there are 5 huge porches, like huge. And they're basically the boundaries of the Perch. All right. But they're basically the landmarks within the Perch. Each one is dedicated to a particular, deity, and the Perch itself is full of small gods. Everybody there's gods of ropes, there's gods of small knives, there's just all mutterings all around. So what you guys have to decide is where you are meeting and under what condition that you guys are meeting.
I would think we would all meet up when the idol is performing, just because that's where we could be the most sort of incognito.
Sure.
Okay.
Could I see if I can get who is it? I think it's Eddie's my manager.
Yes.
To set up something up over there.
Right. There is a particular club. It's called the Deep End.
Nice.
Right. It's called the Deep End, and this is the Perch itself ain't that high class. All right. This is where people who could not find places within Spire proper ended up building out in terms of this edifice on the side. So there are a lot of people who are sketchy. A lot of, underhanded things happen here in the Perch. The Perch itself, it should have fallen down ages ago. All right. No one really understands how it is still even existing. The streets and everything are like corrugated metal. Everything is connected by either a chain or a rope. Everything looks like it fell apart at least once. And the thing that's on it right now is the quick, fast Band-Aid to fix it up. Right? When you walk through the Perch, everything moves. All right? Even though there are buildings that are like 3 stories, 4 stories high, and they're also connected by causeway bridges and things of this nature, no matter where you walk, everything moves and everything creaks all of the time. All right? Your bodyguard is with you.
Yeah.
In terms of the Azurite. All your people are with you with the idol. Everybody else's bonds are not necessarily with them right now. All right? Now, the Deep End is, like I said, it's a nice little seedy club, but it has its own type of little like mystique to it, okay? It is illuminated by beeswax candles, and in particular mirrors and glasses throughout the whole ceiling of this particular club work to amplify that light. Okay, the beeswax candles give off an amazing scent, but that is juxtaposed to also all the Spire black smokers and everything that are in there. So both of these scents just crash together. Everybody doesn't give any one of y'all a second look. there is a little bated breath when the Mortician Executioner walks in, because everybody always assumes that the Mortician Executioner is working and that he's hunting someone down. Okay? But you guys are here, and you basically, your Majesty Sekala, she is there, and it is here now that she wants to reveal to you some of the elements of this particular mission that she has for y'all. She's sipping on a little drink and everything. She's looking around. Midwives, they have been touched by their goddess, the spider goddess. And so midwives have a particular marking on them that is usually spider-like. You guys didn't notice anything on her before when you guys were in the garden. But you notice when she's talking that her jaws, she had real big dimples, right? It's almost as though her cheeks are filled up also, almost as though like she's like chewing tobacco. But you realize that it's not that, because she smiles just a little bit big, and then like two mandibles come out. Then she ties them back really quick. She says that in New Heaven, now New Heaven is the top level of Spire, and it's actually outside of Spire. It's actually the rooftop of Spire. And this is where the Mortician's Executioners dispose of, the dead who are rich. And also the Carrion Priest also dispose of the dead up there. She says that there's been troubles in the streets of New Heaven. And also down here in Perch. It's like there is a new drug that has been hitting the streets. And it's called Drek. D-R-E-C-K. He also says that the drow have been being snatched from the street and not returning. Like it's been at a high level. Also, that there's been a serial killer who calls himself the Swan, who's been vivisecting his prey, and he's been writing cryptic letters and taunting the public through sending letters to the Chronicle newspaper, which Scriv works at. And last week, there was a rumor that there was a demonic incursion somewhere in New Heaven. She doesn't really point to why she feels all these connected, but she feels that all these are connected. And she wants to leave you guys to figure out just what the heck is going on. And this is going to exacerbate, this is going to become worse. Is this something they need to get ahead of? And then she just asks, is there anything since the time that you guys have been here that you've noticed, or is that's relevant to this stuff?
Yes, I actually have. I've noticed that at the inn that I was staying at, there are a lot of Drek addicts running around, including kids, so they're not particular about who they're giving this to. And I'm actually going to use my Bon Vivant ability, and I'm going to subtly, I don't want everybody around us to see this, but I'm going to subtly say it. I haven't tried it, but I've procured some of the substance, if that's helpful. And to show the group that I've acquired some of this and have it on me.
All right. I got you for that. Anybody else? Well, let me take you out the gardens.
Near my shop, I have seen wastrels wandering lost in their minds. They're all over the market. Why there? It's worth looking into.
I've definitely seen an indication of the swan. I came across a body in the alley the other night. My confusion is in what these things have to do with each other. The drag, people being snatched from the streets, the serial killer, the swan, and then a demon incursion. There's quite a lot going on.
Indeed it is.
I've only recently learned of the demon incursion, but I have seen heavily armed squads of mercenaries coming into New Haven, carrying all manner of crazy glass containers, cages, twisted metal.
Were these mercenaries humans or drow?
They were drow.
They were drow. They were all drow.
Huh.
And Aubin speaks up, and Aubin says that he didn't realize that this might have been connected, but he says that near the Tower of Silence in New Heaven, something happened. Something horrendous happened. He does not have all of the details about it, but the higher officials in the Order of the Mortician Executioners are unhappy, and they're really, really like moving around real fast, like they want something to be done, while at the same time looks like they're trying to keep something under wraps. So
Is
your Magister is she's taking this all in. She's taking this all in, and while you guys are discussing all this, 4 Drek addicts stumble in the club. You notice that they're unusually cruel. They are with clubs. They are with knives. One of them looks like he either has a little rusty gun. And their eyes are fully dilated. And they're just like, listen. It's like, listen, like, everything. All your pockets, put it on the table, taking everything. And they're starting to go around and shake up people, making sure that doing the pat the pockets thing and taking everything, you guys are, of course, you're in the back kind of corner of, the deep end, and they're making their way from the front, and all the patrons look scared out of their mind. And you also notice that they're being extra. All right. Like, they get the money from somebody, they'll slam their hand. They're taking a little bit of pleasure out of doing this. They're getting pleasure out of doing this robbery. And
Okay,
they're
quick.
clearly on Drek. Yes.
So, what exactly does Drek do to people?
Also, how do they
Right.
consume it?
All right, let's go. Inksmith. Let's go with your. I'm trying to find your thing so I can find out what particular things can be used in this thing. Let's go with investigate.
Okay.
and low society.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go investigate in low society and see if we can pull out some stuff from this.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it. Okay, so I'm rolling, what is it, 2d10?
Yep. Oh, I need to know how to see those things that very beginning. I got the 3 and 10. Oh, you got the 10. All right. So this is what while you have been within staying in the inns and looking at the kids who have been consuming Drek, this is what you have determined. You've measured it against other drugs and stuff that you've tried and seen in your life, and you've noticed that it is highly addictive, like to a level that you haven't seen before. But what you've also noticed is that Rec is actually making people crueler. All right, they're not just getting on a particular high and acting out impulses. It seems that the cruelty feeds the drug itself. And so these are 2 observations that you've noticed when you were staying at the inns about Drek itself. Drek itself is placed under the tongue. That's how it's absorbed into the bloodstream. Who else was doing investigation? Who else was asking about Drek? Oh, also the sage.
Just how it was consumed.
All right. Let's also do for the sage, though. Do a roll with investigate and occult.
Yeah, because I did want to see if I could find out something about the demonic incursion. That seems like something that would be right up my alley.
All right. Well, let's do this roll first for the Drek.
Drek. Okay.
And yeah, do 2d10. Oh wait, you got to add occult too.
Oh.
Did you do investigate and occult?
Investigate and occult. I thought I did.
Oh yeah, you did.
It rolled 2 4s. Yeah.
All right, you got it. All right. Well, you don't know that information yet. All right. So with this information now, I'm not going to give you any stress for these though.
Okay.
So they're still working their way back. Now they're really like, you see people's, like their wigs are getting split, people's teeth are getting knocked out, and they are clearly making their way towards the back of, this particular club.
Does anybody else want to do anything before I say something?
Go for it, Inksmith.
Okay. So what I'd like to do, since we've established that I have some Drek on me, is when they get to us, I want to set that on the table because I know it's going to draw their attention. And when they're looking at that, I want to shank somebody.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
I was going to offer him something shiny to fuck off, but
let's play this. Let's play this with
Just a quick out of game side note. I've played a lot of D&D. If I'm ever starting a fight that you all really don't want me to start, I'm down for being stopped in or out of game.
Okay.
So we're gonna go. This is gonna have to be. I'll take that low society with 1, and then low society and fight. Okay, so we're gonna do 2d10.
16.
Get there when we get there. Okay. What that break down is though? What's the two?
10 and a 6.
Okay. All right. What's the damage that you have with You really don't have a shank weapon.
That was a rapier.
And I'm
Rapier.
thinking about. Yeah. Okay, you're just gonna have to ball out. It's not even no deception. It's just hope you're distracted. Take this and you're good. Okay. Well, for your rapier, was it D3?
1 sec. Rapier's a D6.
Oh, let's go. You might can take a little roll. Okay. Let's go with that D6. See what you get.
5.
You have now committed murder in the Perch. You committed murder in the Perch. Okay. So one of them literally falls upon your rapier. And he's just eyes open, still pupils full from the dreck, and is dead on your rapier. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the rest of y'all about to do? Because now they all focus now on just y'all.
I would like to order my bodyguard, Sunset, to tackle one of them. Tackle one of the other two that wasn't killed.
Okay.
And pin him down.
I need you to.
I want to question him if we can.
All right, you're going to roll a D10.
I got to roll a D10. 1 D10?
Yeah, you got to roll a D10. Just 1 D10.
All right, here we go. A 2.
Oh,
Oh,
it wanted to be an 8.
Bad luck with dice.
Okay. Okay. So this is what happens. First of all, you get that stress.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you get that stress. Oh man. Luckily for this, it's stress. You don't get the reaction until the end of everything. But yeah, he goes to tackle. Right? He goes to tackle, and actually, yeah, he gets shot with the gun in the gut.
Ooh. My
So
bodyguard?
your bodyguard is.
Oh no.
Yeah, your bodyguard is profusely bleeding out of his gut from the rusty gun.
Medical.
Okay, and he's kind of looking at you like really, you know, what's the rest of y'all doing? Everything's on the plate.
Okay, so we're in, I guess it's like a club, right?
Yep.
Yep. And there's a bunch of people here, and these guys are just rolling through us. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is it 2 of them? How many? There are 4?
There's 5 of them.
There's 5 of them.
There's 5 of them. Only one has a gun though.
But one got shanked already, so.
The one who
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I take it back. It's 4. It's 4.
Oh, it's 4
Because
and one of
one
them has a gun. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to just be more in the background a little bit and try to catch one of the guys on the edge of this group and just wow, he could turn that against you next. That gun could turn against anybody next, including you. And use disharmony and just sort of nudge him that way.
Okay. All right. Oh, is this the first time that you have rolled dice here, Sonny?
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to use disharmony, which is, basically an occult spell. All right. So what you're going to do is you deceive an occult. All right.
Okay.
1, 2. Yep. So you're gonna roll 3d10.
Just
Nice.
So
Nice.
It's not you. get? What you get?
Critical success.
Oh, critical success. Okay. All right. So from the outside, what you guys see is that the light in the whole area around you becomes a little muted. And that sounds are a little softer, right? And then all through all the clamor and all the noise, you just hear Josette speaking through the particular dread music. And his pupils lower down a little more. And then you realize that he's kind of like almost lulled while he's listening to what she says. And then he turns and hits the other guy next to him. Boom. So two of them are now fighting. All right.
Nice.
He has punched the guy that has the gun. All right. You still, and because you had a critical success on this roll, you have no stress from casting the spell.
Hey.
So there's two fighting. There's still two that are, coming at y'all. Anybody else? I know that like I said, we have Scriv who just killed somebody, on a rapier. We have a bodyguard that's been shot in the gut. We have one now that has been turned against his own opponent. And they're fighting it out. And there's going to be, a decision from that soon after the next move, whatever person makes.
So, anticipating the interrogation, Roland sort of looks around at the situation and starts casting a spell. He's doing these kind of hand gestures and starts chanting, and then at the very end he loudly shouts, "Untruths will not be accepted here." Cast the Thorned Tongue.
Let me get on that. All right, which one was that again?
Thorned Tongue. It should be, it looks like a hell and a cult.
Okay, so you're going to cast that. All right. Okay. All right. You're going to cast it.
Yeah. Do I cast it? Because the way that it reads, it's the scene, right? Or do I cast it on somebody specifically?
No, you can cast it in a whole scene, but you have to be in a position by which they actually say something to you.
Right. That's So Roland is like a step ahead for the interrogation that's going to happen once we take these people out, and so he's like,
I got you.
Nobody's lying.
I got you. Okay. All right. So now you are going to have to do D3. So it's compel, occult, and then the base. So it's going to be. It's going to be. Let's see what you get.
Is that
3d10?
3? Yeah. So compel occult, and then I can just click mastery to roll. That'll add another. Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, it looks like you got a little stress going on here.
Yeah.
Looks like you have a little. Looks like a little stressful situation here. Look and see what kind of stress comes from here.
Well, I hope it's mind stress.
It's usually mind stress. But in terms of, let's see how much stress that you accumulate. Wasn't failure? Wasn't it? Was just failure.
5 was my best.
5. Okay, you're gonna take stress. Let's go. Okay. All right, now I have to do this to you. You took stress. All right, that you can hold on to the stress, but now I have to see if you are going to take fallout.
Okay.
Okay. No fallout. You're lucky. You get no fallout. All right. But
Okay.
the stress that you have, I'm on the stress seat. My stress here. You're all your actions now, from the period until this is done.
Okay.
You have extreme anxiety right now.
Oh.
Extreme anxiety. And
Okay.
Any action that you do from this point for the day is going to be at one level of more difficulty. Right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
cast the spell did not work.
Yep.
And because of all the energy that you focus from the Vermissian, it's like rushing through your body. You feel as though you just drank like 5 Red Bulls.
Yeah.
I
tapped into the wrong. Yeah.
Wrong. You know.
Yeah. With the 3 mind resistance, is that factored in there as well?
Oh, that's what I need. So with the 3 mind resistance,
Yeah.
it's going to be 2. It's going to be 3. Okay. All right, you're good. You did it. You didn't succeed, but you don't have stress from
Because of the mind resistance, basically, I'm able to mitigate the because it seems to make sense. Like basically, you miscast the spell, I should probably take a D3 of mind stress in return because it inflicts a D3 of stress. You know, so that I mean, the reciprocity there seems to make total sense.
Right.
But since I have a 3 resistance in mind because I've been in the Vermissian getting just insane, like I'm actually kind of like, you gotta
still have a little. You still have a little stress.
Yeah.
You don't have it to that
degree. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'll let you know, you had 5 in stress. Right. Yeah. You almost had a fallout. But like with the 3, it goes down to 2. So like, yeah, you're just a little jittery, but nothing that affects, your play. Right.
All right.
The two that we're fighting, that Josette has, paused to fight against one another. One of them stabs one of them. One is dead. He stabbed someone with a gun and he picked up his gun. All right. And all 3 of them now are still in y'all's way. Now they're going back. Tables and everything, pushing things, they're coming harder at you guys right now. Oh, and your bodyguard is still looking at you like, oh, really?
So I would all right, so I have my hidden stash ability, right? And I knew we were going to meet at this club yesterday. So I stashed some stuff under this table, right underneath. One of the things was a medical kit. And the other thing was a human-made 9mm.
Okay, all right. Let's
strap that under the table.
Let's check. Let's double check.
Just duct tape down there. My bodyguard and I set it up ahead of time.
You do definitely have the hidden stash. Yet you could only have 1 item. Out of those items, which do you want?
Yeah, I'll go for the medical kit. I can't.
Okay.
I thought I'd push it, see how far I could go with it. Had to try.
Good call.
Yeah, I'll go with the medical kit. Yeah, I knew there was going to be trouble. My bodyguard already has weapons on her, so yeah, I'll get medical kit and do what I can.
All right, do a D6.
D6.
What'd you get? I didn't even look. What'd you get?
I got a 1.
It's all good. It just means that you effectively just put a Band-Aid on her.
Sorry, you got shot. Here's a Band-Aid.
It's like you can't even get this right, you know. And then she ends up cursing you and talking, and she's reminding you of things that happened when you guys were on the front line doing your errand. She's like, this is just like that time, you know. When X, Y, and Z happened. Like, do that. She's like, grabs the kid.
Well, you're the one that got shot, not me. Should have checked him for guns before you tackled him.
I'm just picturing not even an actual bandage, just like a Johnson & Johnson Band-Aid that you're trying to stretch across a gunshot wound.
100%. And she effectively only got like 1 hit point back.
Okay. As long as she doesn't die. I can pay for the medical bills.
True. All right. So you got these 3 now that are bearing down on y'all. And at this point, also, you hear more commotion, I guess, from outside. You don't know it's a lot of people have left the place, but it appears that there's some calling out to whatever law is around these parts. Perch itself does not have a whole bunch of official guards or anything like that because it's the Perch. What they do have is they have a whole bunch of vigilantes, which are the bound. All right, the bound are those who basically imprison small gods in small particular items, and they're basically vigilantes. And so the Perch is basically full of all these vigilantes. But yeah, there seems to be some kind of different commotion happening outside while you guys are fighting for your lives.
Many of the Drek users look more intimidated than the others, more like they're having second thoughts about being here.
They are totally under the sway is fueling them, is pushing them. They don't appear to have any type of independent type of thought process or abilities at this point. They just seem now very, very focused on getting your money, also, and said before, being extra cruel. Like, for example, the one that Josette caused to kill the other one, he didn't just kill him, he stabbed him, ran his knife up and down in him. Like, they're definitely, yeah, they're gleeful when they're doing all these things. Very, very gleeful.
Okay, I have an ability I'd like to use.
Right.
I have do it for the story. You have a way of getting people to act on their baser impulses once per session. An NPC you're talking to does precisely what they want to do at that moment in time, regardless of blah, blah, blah. So here's what I want to do. I want to shout to these 3, there's Drek right there, and point to the Drek I put on the table. Whichever one of them gets to it first, I want to look to one of the other ones who presumably wants to do violence to that person to get the Drek for themselves, and use that ability to basically make it happen.
All right.
Like, you're just going to let this guys take your Drek? Are you serious, man?
Okay. Ooh. 1d10.
1d10.
10.
Oh.
Nice.
You're no fun.
Unstoppable.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna go to the casino. I'll see you next week.
So I'm gonna Venmo you some money if you want to just buy a lottery ticket for me real quick.
Right. So these 2 are now fighting over this particular Drek, right? Pushing aside 2. One with the gun, though, he's honing it down on y'all. You know, what do y'all do for this guy?
After watching the Azurite pull the med kit out, but seemed to be confused about where the pistol went to, I'll use my dead drop ability to reach under a different table and pull
Nice,
the gun
there you
out and say, I think this is what you were looking for. And then
Okay,
I guess
okay.
give it a shot.
Oh, yeah, it was under that
I could
table.
throw it to the bodyguard.
Oh,
I
okay.
might as well take a shot. if I'm
Yeah,
gonna
do
just
something.
Pull
Okay.
it out of thin air.
We're out of spells, but we ain't out of shells.
Sorry.
So when the authorities come,
Correct.
they're going to
Oh.
arrest you first instead of me. He was the one.
No, listen, I'm off to the Vermissian. That's fine. Cops can show up all they want.
Right. All right. So you got this gun in your hand. All right. Gun is in your hand. Are you passing it off to Azurite? Are you using it? What's the deal?
It seems like I should just pass it off to the bodyguard, honestly, because I don't think that he has any particular skill in firearms.
Neither
So it certainly looks cool, but getting it to the bodyguard seems to be the smart thing to do. So we'll put the weapon in the hand of the person who can use it most effectively.
All right. Bodyguard takes it. Noticeably frustrated. Like, do I have to do everything?
You do.
And
Listen, I'm handing it like
Well,
upside down
I mean-
and pointing at me, like here.
Well,
this
they're
is-
holding their wool like this. Let's see if she gets off. Okay, she's gonna be doing it at lower. Okay, let's see if she killed dude. Okay, she kills one. All right,
There we
she
go.
knocks off one. All right, so you just got these two that are just fighting over the Drek.
Right,
All
right.
right. At this point, the Magister is just like, "Yeah, you guys got your assignment. I'm out of here." All right.
Just
The
gonna
Magister just said, "Oh, it's like really, like it's supposed to be like concealment." You see like the look of disappointment on the Magister's face. It's just like, so this is you like came in hot. You're supposed to come in cold, But the Magister is basically just letting y'all know it's like on y'all right now. People now are lining up. Those two are still fighting, so their focus is off of you right now. And there are definitely more people coming to peek back in right now in terms of seeing what was happening here, and their dead bodies here. So I need to make a decision about that.
So can the priest mortician would
Forget about
reasonably
him. Well, right.
yeah it's okay though, since he's a here in spirit, right? He's along in spirit, but would we be able to take the corpses up to New Haven? Like, can he get us in with those? Is that something we can do to go look around up there?
He could. Several different steps have to happen first before that happens.
Okay.
But theoretically, yes, he could.
Okay.
At the moment, it is too chaotic right now for any type of bureaucracy stuff to be happening.
Okay.
There are more people now filtering in, and now people are like trying to make a connection between the dead bodies and who caused the bodies.
Great
I
idea.
can.
Let's just- go ahead.
Right. I can literally just dip out and open a hole to the Vermissian and take the corpses with me and meet you guys later.
That sounds great.
I mean, it's like, what dead bodies?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Off we go.
So are you only doing the Vermissian travel for yourself?
For myself, and the corpses, I think, but they can probably take the mind stress of being the Vermissian.
Okay, you will only be able to like drag one of them in there.
Okay.
With you. and the other they can come too. You know,
Yeah,
everybody
don't recommend,
the
but
back.
if you guys want to,
it will be mind stress though on everybody.
What's my resistance
So-
to that?
it's resistant occult for mind stress. If you're
Or mind stress?
if you're unfamiliar with the horrors of the vault, it's a
Oh
mess.
yeah,
in
no,
there.
that's gonna mess me up.
I
I'm
think
not
I'm
going with
good.
you. Never.
Yeah, no, you're always you guys are always welcome to join me whenever I do that, but it's really not for the timid. So I
Yeah,
just assume the corpse probably is better
it's not my thing.
suited to
I
tag
think I'd
along.
I think I'd rather
So
just
there
try
are
to, I
there,
think I'd rather just try to escape into chaos.
Yeah.
okay, so you're two corpses, all right? So technically there's three. I will say this: Aubin can come with you and help you carry dead bodies into the vault. I mean, yeah, into the vault.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll be two people, and he could probably you can drag them both through. I'll give you that. Now, here's the thing. Yeah, I do resist that cult. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, which particular line are you entering into? Not Prospect, Rolant. In your lore, I mentioned two particular lines
Yeah.
that are there for you.
Is it the spiral? Is that the?
Yeah, the spiral or the candlelight.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah. I'll get on the candle line actually.
Okay. So as soon as portal opens up, just almost like Tron, and candlelight in terms of line. This was constructed as a cheap and cheerful means of ferrying tourists and off-duty workers. All right, you get right as soon as you enter in there. There's ankle deep water just swirling in different patterns. You're dragging. These three corpses actually
Corpses, right?
through the water.
Oh,
Through the water, wow! All this murky water is just spiraling different ways and everything. All right, we got the three, and then as soon as the last one's pulled through the portal, you guys on the other end, you see this crackling, red lightning. The last group go through the portal, close. Right, and the three of y'all would technically. Three of y'all and all of your bonds are there. So, we're still dealing with, the bodyguard who is still hurt up, and we're still dealing with your trio, Josette, that are still there. They basically just, at this point, they were at the other side of the club, and they're just what's going on? What's happening?
Nothing. I'm not even involved. Actually, I didn't see anything.
And if it wasn't made clear, none of your bonds know that you are initiated into the ministry. Okay. If that wasn't ever made clear. But yeah, right. So as you guys are, still around all this mayhem and everything, other corner, dark corner, a drow just kind of emerged from the dark, and very, very statuesque female drow, very, very athletic build, in a cloak, the hood that's down. In various different ropes, just all around different portions of their body. You notice that they're very, very intricate, almost like shibari. Josette knows that this is one of the quote unquote providers of entertainment here in the back rooms of the club. Their name is Tressana. Was not aware that she possibly was the mound, but not that surprised. And the different types of things that she provided in these back rooms. She provided rope bondage for her special clients. And these rope, not only would she do intricate shibari bindings of people's bodies, the next level that they went with her is that she would hang them off the side of the perch and just let them kind of stew in whatever adrenaline was happening with them doing that. But now she looks like she's about other business. And she's like, let's see what y'all did there. And then she moves over to the Inksmith. She's like, oh, where did you get the dread from?
Oh, around. He's like tucking it back into his pocket.
And she pulls out a beautiful knife. It looks like almost like green oil. And she just kind of like playing out her nails. And she's like, you gotta do better than that.
I have some connections. I have some friends in low places. And since we're trying to find out about this stuff, it made sense to have it to hand.
Says, then she looks at the Azurite. And then she looks at your bodyguard. Then she looks at the Azurite. She looks at the bodyguard. And she fully focuses just talking to the bodyguard. And she's like, is he paying you enough? And then she kind of just looks over at the Azurite. Like, don't need to answer. Don't need to answer. Like, you guys should probably get out of here, though. There'll be more, definitely, people coming. Because now there's dead bodies. I know they're not here anymore, but now there are missing people and there's blood everywhere. And that just is more questions and more problems for me. So I suggest that you take your investigation somewhere by the end lane. The end lane is where most of y'all have basically set up shop in different ends along this particular row. It's also the area by which Scriv, the Inksmith, also saw all these children.
I do have a question while I'm thinking about it. Is the Drek, is it the kind of thing where you really have to know somebody to get it, or is it the kind of thing where you just buy it on any street corner?
Yes and no. It is flooding Perch right now, and definitely different parts of Spire. But at the same time, it appears that it's somebody you have to know in order to get this Drek.
Okay.
So So
Okay. Well, before we go, Scriv will just do one of those formal salutes with his rapier before he sheaths it, and he's going to say, "By the way, people now know not to cause trouble in your club. No need to thank me." And he's just going to turn and go with that.
Opposite of what's going to happen.
see your eyes get big like. There you go. All right. So, you have taken, Rolant, will Aubin have taken these bodies and literally left them in the Vermissian. For all intents and purposes, you basically did a body dump of 3 dead bodies in the Vermissian. Okay. What point do you want to re-enter the city at?
I'll try to get back as close as I can to the Perch to meet back up with.
You're definitely still in the Perch, but where
Yeah.
in the Perch do you want to disembark at?
Probably not at the club, but near wherever he's staying. So, like at the end of the row or something.
Okay. Right, that works. All right. The rest of the 3 of y'all, where are y'all going at? We have the ends road, which we know that there has been children getting addicted to the dread. We also have the places where you guys have also seen some stuff are connected some different ways to, things that are going on.
Is the club where I was performing when I saw the body near here?
They say that again, I didn't hear that.
Is the club, because it says after I saw the body after a performance. I went into an alley for a cigarette and I saw a body.
Yeah.
Is that location nearby?
Yes, that alley is directly outside of the club. And at the time, you didn't do like any deep investigation, or anything. But you definitely, know where that area is close by.
Okay, well, I mentioned how close the site of where the body was found is. We might as well take a look around.
Sounds like a plan.
Right. Let's do investigate. Wait, who? Let's do it. Everybody, actually, since you all are doing it. Who has investigate? I know the Inksmith does. Anybody else has investigate?
I do. Vermissian does.
Okay, the Vermissian and Aubin are back near the end, so they aren't there. So out of the Azurite, the Eidolon, and the Inksmith, I know the Inksmith has investigate. You also have those society, correct?
Yeah.
All right, let's do a roll. D3. Go over.
You said roll a D3?
Yeah, 3D10s, I'm sorry.
Got 2 6s and a 4.
Next, oh, you. Take a little bit of this. So, what happens is that while you guys are skimming around this particular alley, you notice, like in a pile, just like garbage and refuge over near the side, you notice that there's a rib spreader. Okay. and you know from, in particular, some of the taunting writings that were sent to the Chronicle, that this is one of the ways that the Swan has been eviscerating his victims. He cracks open the ribs, and then does all type of crazy stuff in the body. And what you also know is that we're going to do a cult, and anybody with a cult and what's the other one? Anybody has a cult and investigate? Do you have that script, a cult and investigate?
I do.
Right, you're gonna do another roll.
Okay. 2d10?
Yeah, 3d10.
3d10, okay. Eight, a 1, and a 4.
All right. So what you also know while you're doing this investigation, you notice that while you're looking at this, you realize that this is Mortician executioner equipment. Specific. And also, while you're looking, you took a little stress shadow.
I have one resistance.
While you all,
I have one resistance to that.
Good. So you only got one stress, and I'll make sure. Let's see if you get it. Okay, of course, no fallout. If you got fallout, the one, it's gonna be over. See, like a little kid, just like scamper by, looks quickly in the alley. He notices the point when you actually have the rib cracker in your hands, and he scurries off.
Better go get him.
I feel like chasing a child at this point would be a very good look. Like, I've still got blood on me from the person I killed, and I've got a rib spreader in my hand. Like, it's not really the look we're going for here.
Well, we better get out of here soon. That kid's gonna talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also your bodyguard is looking at you like, bring me back to where I can lay down.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, my shop, right? There were a bunch of addicts wandering around the marketplace near where my shop is. So my thinking is, let's just abduct one of those addicts and question them. Where are they getting the drugs? Like, let's get some information out of them.
Yeah.
And then my bodyguard can hang out at my shop and heal up.
Heal. Yeah. Roland shows up late to the scene after all the,
and now it's time to go.
Right, and it's like, yeah, the shop. That sounds great. I wanted to question the other, but then they were dead, and then, well, we have the bodies, but we can ask them. We're gonna ask them at the shop before they're dead. Okay, I got it all figured out. Makes total sense.
I would like to go ahead and bring the equipment we found with us, and I want to later on we'll ask the Mortician executioner, since it's that he would be familiar with that kind of equipment. I'll ask him about it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be carrying it openly because I don't want.
Understood.
Right.
Understood. All right. So when you all make it back together to this shop particular area, you also realize something. Actually, yes, Inksmith realizes this. Take that back. All right. So you guys are back, and you guys want to abduct a Drek user. You want to abduct the Drek user before he's on the Drek, or while he's looking for the Drek, or at what point you kind of want to hone in on these people. There's definitely people around in this area who are on the Drek. There's definitely people who look like they're looking for it. All different type of mix of different types of people.
Yeah, maybe we can find a dealer this way. If we can identify someone who's jonesing for it, We can
Right. I can
grab the dealer instead of the addict and get more information out of them instead.
I can try to put the thorned tongue up again, right, and we can interrogate the users for some dealers to go upstream for
All right.
more information.
So, all right. So, there's definitely a couple who look like they're jonesing right now. They have busy eyes, just looking everywhere like this. How are we approaching them? What are we doing?
I'll talk to him.
All right.
Hello, friend.
And they look at each other, and what you notice is like a doorway down. There's definitely a drow that's in your business right now.
I see.
But he looks kind of puzzled. Like he looks like he's in your business, but he still looks kind of puzzled. Right? And they were like, "Do you have some?"
I was hoping that you had some for me. I can purchase it on behalf of all of us if you wish. But I need you to do something for me first.
The guy, the guy who's standing in the doorway, he comes rushing over real quick, and he pushes aside one of the drow. And he's like, "What are you doing down here, Bryn?" And he's like, "Oh, you're not Bryn." And then he gets flustered real quick. The two who are seeking the direct scatter off at that point. And he has this look where he thought you were somebody else, but you're definitely not him. And now he doesn't know what to do.
I know that feeling.
I would like to use my ability called Heart's Desire, and I can know what he truly wants, so we can know how to motivate this person.
Okay, all right, your heart's desire. All right. Oh, that's not even a spell or anything. Okay.
Yeah, it just works. What do they want most of all right now?
All right. What he wants most of all at this moment is not to disappoint or incriminate his supplier.
Got it.
Who dresses very similar to you.
Yeah. So there's another Azurite out there somewhere doing business. Okay, I would like to use, let's see, I've got my deceive ability. And commerce, maybe. I think that would probably deceive and commerce.
Right.
I would like
with that.
for him, I want him to think that I am with the other one who he thought I was. We're working together. I'm working with his boss, and I'm here for an inspection. And I want to make sure that everything is in order and that you're not going to get caught and that we're not going to get caught. I'm going to need to look at the whole place, unfortunately, for you. And if we find anything, you're in a lot of trouble. So I suggest you be as compliant as possible right now.
We're about to find out if that's going to be happening. Let's do 3D10.
Yeah, I mean, my dice rolls have been really bad today. All right.
Is there any equivalent to a help action in this game?
There is, but in this context, there's not. But yes, in general, you can do help actions, and it will add an extra die to the pool.
The sage will lean in to the Azurite and say, I can put up the field if you want him to tell the truth.
I have a feeling we might need to use that in a second later. Can you use it multiple times?
I can. It's per scene, basically.
Per scene?
That's per scene. Oh. Yeah. And so, like, I could drop it right now. But really, right now, what I'm doing is verbally threatening that guy with it, because he probably already knows perfectly well lying in front of his age is painful.
Yeah, I want to see where he leads us.
I want to say it like loud sort of like as a help, like Benny, like you were saying, kind of like as a help almost of like, hey boss, you tell me to turn the screws on this guy and we can just do that instead.
Right.
At this point, it's just flavor, but I would want, while he's having the conversation with the guy saying, like, everything better be in order, I'd want Scriv, who still has blood on him from the guy he killed, to be, like, doing the henchman thing where he's, like, cracking his knuckles. And, like, you take this guy seriously, or I'll...
You're going to talk to him if I find anything that I don't like.
All right. Let's roll those dice.
Copacetic.
We will see.
So I got to make a roll here. Deceive plus commerce, right?
Yeah, and it's going to be the base one, which is 1, so it'll be 3 D10s.
3 D10.
So just do it. Yeah, just do it with mastery. So like that'll come out that way.
All right, I'll just do the regular roll 3 D10 here. 2. All right, here we go. I hope I have good dice, Carmen. There we go. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad.
It's 18. Not bad.
18.
Yeah, the seven's good. You take a little stress. You got success, but you still take a little stress.
That's all right.
All right.
I'll take it.
So, his eyes get real, they're jittery. It's like we've been doing everything, like you said, like Brent said.
We are here to make sure that is true. Is there something you don't want us to see right now?
Books are straight. Everything is going according to plan.
Let me see them. This is a spot inspection.
Right. So he brings you up and he looks around like, then he motions with you to come toward the building.
Come on, bodyguards.
Where he's at. All right. And you notice that this Drek has been being delivered by small children to this particular outpost. And he's like, things are moving exactly as you laid out.
I ignore
as
him.
Was laid out.
I pick up a vial of the Drek and pretend to inspect it. That remains to be seen.
Okay. All right.
All right, everybody. Do your thing. Check out what you can. Let me know if anything's off.
Okay. Who has a cult? Whoever has a cult, an investigation. I need everybody who has a cult and investigation, or a cult and low society, or just a cult, period. I know that Vermissian has a cult. I know that the Idol has a cult, and I know that the Inksmith has a cult and investigate. Correct?
I also have low society.
You also have low society?
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be for Josette, it's going to be 2 D10s, for Vermissian 2 D10s, and for the Inksmith 3 D10s.
I think I get 3 because I have double occult.
Oh, but the double occult means that you have a particular, that's where you get your knack at. So your knack is a specific thing. So you're just going to get the 2 D10s unless it's that specific thing.
The knack is reading latent psychic energy off of objects. So I can probably touch some stuff in here, and
you get the 3 definitely, and you're gonna find out why. All right, let's cook it up. Let's cook it up. What these dice will look like.
There it is.
Let's do this.
10.
Oh, critical freaking success.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. What do we have for Josette? What do we have for the Inksmith?
I got a 10 and an 8.
18.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a
Oh yeah.
We know all the facts. We know all of the facts.
I know it all. I've seen
we
everything.
came to play.
I think mine was a 7, a 3, and a 6. It was 16 altogether.
Nice.
Right. 7. Okay, y'all are. I think 7 doesn't even. You took a little stress, but not. Wait. Do you have Nah, you're good. All right. So this is what y'all find out. All right. 1. The Vermissian realizes that the Drek is cut with something demonic.
There we go.
Okay.
This
There we go.
is a reading that you haven't ever come fully across, because demonology is very, very rare within Spire itself. It's equivalent to atomic energy. So this is one of the first times that you came across something like this, you know.
Okay.
And then also, Josette, what you realize is that sulfur, which is another drug, that Drek appears to be a dirty form of sulfur. And you know this, that in the Silver Quarter, that sulfur use has been on the rise. Very expensive. You know, it's really on the rise within the upper class, within Spire. You know, and you're recognizing that, oh, wait a minute, this is a dirty form of sulfur. You know, and then what you all notice while you're going through this stuff, the particular dealer that you were talking to, he looks at the Azurite and he says, oh, and we found this the other day. We've been meaning to get rid of it, but we haven't had a chance yet.
What is it?
Brings you back to a room. You definitely hear flies buzzing. You notice the garb. It looks like around the feet. You just see the feet kind of laying there. It looks like the garb of a carrion priest. And his entrails have been pulled out, stage straight across. Body is also littered with feathers.
Feathers, would that be a signature of the swan?
As we found this, his body was, you know, at one of the drop spots. And, you know, the kids told them about it, and they moved it here, but they haven't had it here.
So I have an ability called Nose for Trouble. If you can find out what's out of place, you can find the story once per scene. Ask the GM what's weird or out of place here.
Nice.
I don't know if that ability would be in any way helpful here, but if it would be, I'd like to use it.
All right, let's see. Nose for Trouble. Okay, oh, no, just more. Okay, what you notice what you notice is that even though it appears to be done by the swan, that there's little elements of it that are out of place. So you determine that this is not swan. It is definitely a copycat.
I'm going to share that information with the group. Like, this looks like someone who was trying to look like the swan but wasn't that familiar with the swan's work. Since I work at the newspaper, I'll be able to tell them, like, there are some details we didn't release that aren't consistent here.
Like,
And then, yes,
oh, like what in particular is the difference? Do we know?
the quality of the feathers that I utilize are not from the particular birds that the swan usually utilizes.
Okay.
Cheap knockoff boa.
And then, go ahead.
Oh, do we know anything about the victims? If there's similarities between them?
The victim that you saw in the alleyway, just appeared to just be just an average person per se. This person is a carrion priest, and the Mortician executioner points out that carrion priests don't usually travel that far away from their base of operations, which is where the cult is really centered at in New Haven. So it's kind of unusual for there to be, let alone a dead carrion priest, because they are hard to kill. But then on top of it, there's a dead carrion priest in Perch.
And this priest was found at one of the drop locations.
Yes, according to the drow who was talking to y'all, he was found
Right.
at one of the drop locations. And then they
So the drow was
here.
going to pick up, was going to pick up Drek, but they found a dead carrion priest instead, and no Drek.
And the reason that they brought him back, he says, is just because they didn't want, any type of, investigation happening around the areas where they were at. They're operating out of. They brought him back here because they were going to dispose of him. And not
That's smart,
get
but-
as of yet.
Boss, I think he said he doesn't have the product that was missing from the drop, or did you just take it and sell it yourself? Is that where's the what's the deal?
He gets a little more nervous.
Aha.
And he's like, he then starts to stutter, and he just says, "Listen, you knew it was going to be hard because you're on her territory.
Listen.
Yeah, but hard is different than stealing.
You little weasel.
All right.
So I think it's time for you to tell me the truth.
There it is. There it is.
Right? Here we go. We're gonna have to roll. Here we go.
Try again.
Let's try.
All right.
What was it? It is.
Compel
it's 2D.
and occult.
Yeah. It's 2D10. Storm,
2D.
right? Correct.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, it's 2D10 and it's
Yeah.
Storm. Yep. Let's go.
9.
What? Man, I'm looking forward to giving y'all some fallout. Y'all just be winning.
Down.
All right. So the the air, you just feel like electricity in the air, right? And he was, and he looks up at you, and he's just like, you just needed. His whole body just like sears with pain. Sears with pain when he starts to talk. And then he's like, we needed to.
Try again. Take your time.
Sears again. And then he said, you should have never crossed Anastasia Gris.
It's a bold move. So you work for her then? You did double dipping, or what's?
Oh, we don't work for her, but we respect her as you should.
Oh, I see. Okay. Right. No, that makes sense that you would want to let them steal your business and run you out of here. That totally makes sense.
Who has low society?
I do.
They don't have low society.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, let's do a 1d10.
Three.
You got a little stress. What you do like the name sounds familiar, but it's like on the tip of your tongue. You don't remember his name. And the guy's looking. He's just like, you should not cross Anastasia Gris, right?
I've heard the name, but who is she?
He starts to look now, puzzling at the Azurite.
This is a test. You better answer correctly. Who do you think Anastasia is?
No lies.
She is only the Lord Prime Mistress of the Perch.
You passed the test. Very good.
And he looks a little relieved. But he still's like, yeah, but this still isn't gonna look good.
I'll dial back the electricity just a tad. like good job.
All right.
Listen, I think you're in a lot of trouble. And this body thing, you have not handled it well. So, maybe there's something we can do to help each other.
And then he goes, now I think that trouble just found you. And he starts to run.
Oh no.
Oh, here we go.
And
Why do they do this?
They always run.
and you hear some younger drow voices. Ator's here. Joseph's here. Ator's here. Joseph's here. And you see drow that you didn't even know were in the building, scattered in different places.
I have a great idea. Let's run.
Yep, I'm out.
Okay.
Does sound like a great idea.
Go ahead, low society again.
Scriv.
Yeah, one sec.
Yeah, what he did.
Yep.
We got it. Okay. It clicks now. It clicks for you. And you're like, oh, we gotta go. these two guys are Anastasia's two sons, who are her enforcers.
Yep. It's definitely time to go.
They are coming up in this building, and people are scattering. People are running.
Let's just risk going into the Vermissian
I can't.
and just go. Like, we're not going to be able to fight them.
Yeah.
This is the only way. It's our only way out.
Is there another exit from the building than the one they're coming in?
Only way out. It's a Vermissian. It's the Vermissian. All right.
Okay. Do
All
I
right,
have
we'll
anything
roll.
that's gonna? Do I have anything that's gonna help us with this? I don't.
Rolant, you're gonna be fine. The rest of them are the ones that's gonna have to roll.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to roll. What's that for?
It is
Or, right.
resist plus occult.
Resist plus occult.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or suffer mind stress.
How do we resist?
Yeah. Oh, that's actually a skill.
It's the
So-
skill.
So so if you don't have resist or occult, let's put it this way: everybody's going to start with 1d10, right, as the base. All right. If you have resist, you can add another d10 to your pool. If you had a occult, you can add another d10 to your pool. Okay. So let's go. Which line are you tapping into?
I think I'm going to go to the other line this time instead of the candle. So I'll go to the spiral line.
Oh, the spiral line is one of my favorite lines. So the spiral line is the line that kind of goes the whole length
It's the
of fire. So this was the most technologically, advanced portion of the Vermissian, and a variety of the mecho arcade techniques that were used to, make it. But this is basically the one that runs all the way up and down. Spire. All right, let's do these rolls. I'm looking forward.
I got a 7 and an 8.
Ooh.
I have a
7 and 8.
too.
Okay, let's start with Scriv. He got a 7 and an 8. So he got the 8, and the 8 means success. He takes no stress. So he drops up in there. He feels like vibes are definitely there. It's definitely weird, but he brain kind of centers and he's okay. All right, Josette, what'd you get?
A 6 and a 2.
Oh, Jesus. So
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not a place for you.
No.
You get there, right? You're okay. You make it there, but you have some stress. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Do you have any mind resistance?
I have 1.
Okay, so I'll take it down to. Okay, hold on. Let me see what in this particular one what the mind stress is, because the different Vermissian. Okay, you're good on that. So it's gonna be 5. We're gonna roll the seed. So not roll the seed. Let's see. Okay. Later. What happens is, so you're in the Vermissian, so you come in right after Scriv comes through, and Scriv is still shaking up. When you fall into the Vermissian, there are like these thick glass viewing ports along the side, and there's like this blue electrical energy like passing through them and everything, but it's shaking you so much up in your mind because the Vermissian is actually existing upon several different interdimensional parallel worlds, and you're seeing like several of them at the same time, to the point that your mind is so flustered and fractured that you lose access to any of your domains. So that means that, if you got that occult domain, no, you don't. Not right now, you don't. If you got what else you got?
High Society, never heard of her.
I'm
Yeah,
discombobulated.
You are very discombobulated.
Mhm.
You are just like, what the freakazoid is going on? All right, Prosper. What did you get, Prosper?
We'll find out right now. An 8.
Yeah. Okay. You did okay.
Oh, good.
You did okay. You had no mind stress. I am going to roll Aubin though, but I think that he has some mental resistance also. Sure, fine. No, he doesn't. Okay. Damn, he gonna be mad at me. All right. Believe it or not, the freaking Mortician executioner has taken not only mind stress, it's taken mind fallout.
Oh no!
It's taken mind fallout
Yikes.
to the point that he does not remember any of y'all.
Oh, shit.
Oh, cool.
This happens sometimes when people come to the Vermissian for the first time. It's very disorienting. It'll probably
He's
pass.
looking at all of y'all
Probably.
very weird right now.
Probably.
He's looking at all of y'all really weird right now.
It's all good. This is completely normal. You'll feel better tomorrow. We promise. We're not going to hurt you. This place is very dangerous. You should follow us out. It's this way.
Better than the enforcers. Better than
How
the
many?
enforcers.
How many of you are there?
Right now?
Listen, he is still.
That's a tough
looking at
question
y'all
to answer.
Crazy. Because he does not know who either of you all are, and he's looking at the combination of people here. He was like, there's this dude with this rapier here. He's like, there's an Azurite who's, for some reason, he's in the Vermissian. Azurites don't hang out in the Vermissian. He's like, this idol is over here, like she about to perform some kind of, concert in the Vermissian. He's confused about that. Sage is kind of like, He's like, and he's tightening on his staff. He's tightening on his staff.
I try to show him, like, you take your pinky and you jam it in your ear and you wiggle it. You'll feel better. It sounds weird, but it works.
Clear where the way out is.
Now there's a series of exit signs that eventually get you there.
Look, friend, I don't really want to be here either, so why don't we just get out of here first and not be in weird magical place, and then we'll settle whatever we need to settle after that.
Very practical.
He's holding his staff, but he's kind of like looking to see what you all are doing. Okay. The sage is definitely going to have to lead you all out of here.
Mhm.
And you can lead them to. You said you're taking the spiral.
The spiral.
So
Yeah.
you can take it to the bridge station. I believe that's there on the spiral one.
Yeah.
The bridge station is kind of on the outskirts of the Perch.
Okay.
So you guys, exit. Vermissian still kind of shook up. Josette still doesn't know what the heck is going on. She's like, lost all of those things, like lost all freaking high society things. She feels as though there's a hole in her brain, but she doesn't know what was in that hole. Okay. And
Sorry.
Aubin, Mortician executioner, he notices that out of all of y'all, that he was also affected by the Vermissian. So he's looking like extra close at Inksmith and Rolant, House of Prosper. You're the ones he's keeping his eyes on. Because now he's like, what did y'all do to me? What did you do to her? And so he looks like he's trying to position himself to like get closer to Josette, kind of put himself between the three of you and her.
Right. Like look around. You may not recognize us, but you were just here in the Perch before we went into the Vermissian. Does any of this look familiar?
I'm going to tell him something I know about him, like something that it was more than a passerby thing. Just like you mentioned in passing that your favorite dinner is steak and eggs. I do know you. I know you don't remember me, but I do actually know you, and I don't want to hurt you.
Okay. He still looks a little puzzled and everything, but his guard dropped down just a little bit, and he's like, I starts over to Josette. He starts over to the rest of y'all, and then he's like, what are we doing?
Good question. Great question. I think we're taking a nap. I think you and Josette both need at least one night's rest, maybe more, while Scriv assists me in some research, some occult research. I think maybe and Prosper might be able to help get the right materials in our hands. But I do think if you sleep in the morning, small gods will come and have returned you to your memories to you. You'll recognize us, hopefully, remembering that we are not a threat to you, but your friends.
I think that's solid. I think that's also a solid place to stop. We would do the deep rest for Josette and for also Aubin. That means that the next time that we come on, everybody will be reset back at that initial spot. Yes.
I have one thing I want to add real quick. This would be, since the session 0.5 we did last time doesn't count for anything, like it didn't really happen in this world.
Right.
What happened today was actually the first time Scriv was it wasn't the first time he was ever in a situation where somebody was violent to him, but it was the first time he's ever been in a fight, let alone done something that violent. So as soon as he's not going to let it show for the group, but as soon as he's alone, he's going to just become violently ill and start sobbing.
Wow.
That's important to know. No, you're right. He definitely not only is the first time he experienced like that level, he was the first one to actually kill somebody.
Yeah, he just dropped that guy, right.
Well, it wasn't
right in the beginning.
Intense, yeah.
Yeah, it probably looked to the group like this is something he's done before, like he's a really violent guy, and it's actually the opposite. Like he was so keyed up from the situation that he just reacted.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds solid. So we have, at the end of this, we have basically you all are resting in yours in the various different ends. Okay, that'll be something for next time. At the next time, everybody be reset, and we'll start from that point. But yeah, there'll be another little thing that happens that just happened right now, but you all have to stew over that, and hold on to it. I know, I hate to do that to y'all, but basically, I'll just tell you straight up. Your bodyguard has fallout. So we're going to deal with that next session.
Okay.
And next session, we're going to deal with that. We're going to deal with the fallout from your bodyguard.
Anything can be solved with money. I'm not, bring it on. I'm fine.
Okay.
Including
all right.
gangrene. Including gangrene.
All right. We're going to handle that. All right, y'all. This was great. I'm glad that we finally got to jump into Spire.
Yeah.
I'm excited for I'm excited to see some of y'all get some fallout. But y'all keep I know Josette, yours was cool though. I like that though. This is on point, and hopefully next time we get Ken on here. But this is good. It's good. And I think I'm gonna be working from the office anyway because I have 2 computers. And I like to have 2 computers.
It's easier to have all the things.
Our next session though, when should that be?
I'm gonna cut the recording if that's okay. Yeah. All right.